Do you know what I like to do when I'm stuck home dog sitting? I like to look at some baseball cards. Hey guys, I wanted to go over and show you a series of oversized cards. Are they cool or not? Most of these are going to be scarce or rare. There are way more than the ones I'm going to show. I selected a handful and I wanted to share them with you and get your thoughts. What do you think about oversized cards? Many of us, as we get older and lose our eyesight, seem to find them more appealing. First, I have a 1934 Gaudi Premium Babe Ruth. And this is one of my favorite all-time Babe Ruth cards. This was a stand-up, so it was meant to be displayed. Oftentimes, you will find them without the stand-up. Now, they also had this. This is the American League All-Stars. So it has Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Connie Max, the manager. It's a fantastic piece. Again, a stand-up. This is a W554 Hack Wilson. And these have the same images as the 1929 cash-in cards, but these are a little larger. They came in different versions. Some had different ad backs. A very scarce set. This is the Hack Wilson. I have several from this set. Some have the name down here and some don't. These were hand cut, even though they're large. And I don't think anybody knows exactly how they were hand cut, what they were cut from. At least I've never been able to find out. If any of you know, let me know. A set that I have a near set of, I love this set, is the 1934 Butterfinger Premiums. And this is one of my Babe Ruths. I actually have two. These are great. They're paper thin. Very delicate. Almost always find them in really low grade for that reason. This is one of the rarest cards in existence, this set. This is a 1936 Overland Candy Corporation. Now, to the best of my knowledge, this is the only card from back in the day where the package was the card. And because it was a package of candy, and you clearly had to open the package to get the candy out, unless you could find one still with the candy in it, they will always grade low because they had to be ripped open to get the candy out. That's why, I don't know, grading them's kind of dumb, really. But this is Jimmy Fox, and you may never see another one. I mean, they're so scarce, and especially in full form like this. Most of the ones you see will be cut here. But this was a package. There was candy inside, and whoever owned this one must have been a collector because he just barely cut that corner, tore that corner just barely to get the candy out, so that whoever had this kept it in perfect condition. Otherwise, at least perfect condition, unprotected, from 1936. This is a 1965 McGregor Willie Mays. And this is a great and scarce set. A really cool card of Willie. This is a 1967 Johnny Pro of John Unitas. And this is a really rare one. This is a Stallmeyer. This particular one is from 1953 of Roy Campanella. Stallmeyer Franks. These were included with hot dogs. However, there was one year where they handed them out at the stadium. So when you got your hot dog and drink, they handed you one of these. And I think that year was 1953, but not 100% sure. But a great card. Another hot dogs card. Here's 1960 Conn's Wieners. Roberto Clemente. You can see some hot dogs staining there. These were inserted in the New York Journal American in New York. They had the 3 New York teams, the Giants, the Dodgers, and the Yankees. And this is Jackie Robinson. If they inserted baseball cards in newspapers these days, I may still subscribe. This is a 1947. They call it Bond Bred exhibit. It's clearly not Bond Bred, but the grading companies always misgrade it. But this is a pretty much an unknown exhibit series from probably 1947, although we don't know for sure. And this is Ralph Kiner. Now, it's the same images as the Bond Bred and the same images as the probably 1947 Sports Stars Subject cards. Although this has a cardboard back and the cards do not. As with exhibit cards, these were probably in a vending machine at a theater or something. And I believe these were probably a regional issue. And that's why people don't really know them and why they're so scarce. They were probably distributed in maybe one city or at even one arcade or something is possible. But we really don't know a lot about these. And of course, we have the top supers, and this Boog Powell here is a great one. At one time, this was believed to be more rare than it actually is. This was considered to be a scarce card when I was growing up. I don't know if it's a short print, but once they came out with pop reports and so forth, the people started sending them in for grading. You know, we realized it wasn't quite as scarce as everybody made it out to be, but it's still a great card. This is a scarce issue, regional issue from Pittsburgh. This is an IDL drugstore card of Roberto Clemente. They also made Steelers. And this is from 1963. Now, the Steelers weren't very good at that time, so none of the Steelers ones are going to be worth a whole lot. This is a 1992 Nationwide Insurance, Barry Bonds. A pretty scarce Barry Bonds for the 90s. When it comes to 90s cards, not one you see every day. This is a 1961 Philly Cigar Premium of Mickey Mantle. Just a fabulous image of the Mick. Not one you see every day. This is a 1960 Post cereal bag of Mickey Mantle. And you know, while we're at it, let me dig through here. Oops. Let me dig through here and find a few other cool ones that I have sitting here. I should have pulled these out too. They need to make some protective sleeves for these oversized slabs. Because if it gets scratched, I ain't sending it in. Especially Butterfinger Premiums. Those are so fragile, there ain't no way I'm letting somebody handle them. Here is, these are Family Fun Centers. And it has Ozzie Smith here that predates his rookie card. So this is from 78. There is also a 1979 set. And it includes Ozzie as well. But this was the first one. And I have the set here. And the San Diego Padres, you know, they made all kind of cool stuff because Ray Kroc, the owner of McDonald's, owned the team. And he did a bunch of publicity stuff. Now, these are the 1974 Johnny Pros. This is Mike Schmidt. Really cool card. I had seen in a book of mine when I was a little kid. Always wanted one. And I have the set of these too, but I'll just show you the Steve Carlton. And then they had these Johnny Pros in 76 for the 76ers, but it does not include the Dr. J, unfortunately. And in 73, they did the Baltimore Orioles, and this is Eddie Watt. So those are some oversized cards I wanted to share with you. As always, thanks for hanging out with me.